So I'm cutting a hole there for the return air for the condenser, and that's the exhaust. So I'm using a Vissani. It's real small, it's tiny, portable air conditioner. And I didn't know too much about these, but supposedly they're real inefficient, and mainly because they're pulling cold air from inside of the air that you've already cooled down and blowing it out. So of course, me being a AC guy, that didn't make any sense to me. So I just figured that's where the air comes in and then goes out through the exhaust. So it's separate from the coil. So I just figured, hey, let me isolate this and create like a box for it and exhaust it out. So now it'll suck in air from outside and blow it out and keep the cold air in and keep the hot air out. So that's what we're gonna try. We're gonna try it out. Also, this unit pulls about like 600, little over 600 watts. I think a lot of it has to do with it creating like a negative air pressure in the van. So I think the motor's working harder, the blower motors. So we're gonna try it out and see how much the wattage changes doing it this way versus the way it is now. So we'll see. You gotta cut that. And cut the metal. I know I may just cut the metal and leave this, just because I don't need that big of an opening. I'll probably cut the whole thing. And then put the speaker there. So I made this little like box that covers that condenser return. I'm gonna put a piece there, and I gotta seal it, but it's gonna bring in air from the bottom, and I'm gonna put in like these, just like rubber
what do you call it, like seals that will stick in here. So I tried to make it to where when it sits in place, it'll be level with the floor, and then the little rubber seal will kind of seal it the best it can. So we'll see. I'm just kind of going with the flow, seeing what I can make up. It's supposed to kind of fit right over this hole here. So let's see. Okay, so this is it in place. I cut 2 little holes under the wheels to keep the unit in place when I drive around, and also to make it more flush. So now it's just pulling air from inside and keeping it inside so it won't create that negative air pressure. It's pulling, let's see if we can, 156 just with the fan. That's just the fan because it just cycled off. So 156 watts with the fan, which the fan does cut off. I don't like that it takes, I don't know, maybe it takes like a minute or 2 before it cuts off. I like when fans cut off right away, obviously to save electricity, but let's go see the outside. So yeah, and what I don't like is it's blowing the condenser fan too. So I mean, there's no need for that. It's wasting electricity. Well, you know what? I take that back because it's one motor that runs that fan, so it has to run either way. So I guess that's fine. But and then this is the hole here. I'm gonna have to seal it somehow, make it to where water won't go in the best that I can. And you put your hand up here, it's sucking in air pretty good. Those little rubber pieces that I installed are sitting pretty tight, so it's sealed up pretty good. I could have obviously made it better, but I was just trying to make it quick, and I'll as time goes on I'll make it a little bit better. But the key is to try to make this replaceable. So I've seen some guys install mini splits to where it's gonna be a pain in the ass to replace it. See, and that's blowing some warm air. Okay. So let's see, the unit kicked on. Let's see what it's pulling. And it's dirty in here. I need to clean it. So it's pulling about 668, 670 watts. And it'll pull about that much. I don't know. I think that mini, like a $200 window unit, supposedly they pull about 500 watts maybe. I would like it if this one only pulled about 500 watts, but it doesn't. But I mean, it's skinny and small and easily replaceable, so that's why I went with this. Because it just fits in there. It's easy to replaceable. If it breaks, I'll get another one. Easily swap it out. I can slide it out right now. It takes a second. So, and I lost the remote for this thing. I had bought it. I don't know where I put the remote. It's probably somewhere in here. I will say, running it before, the way it was running, it felt like it took longer to cool in here. And now it feels like it's cooling a little quicker, for sure. Because, without it, it's not pulling the air out of the space that it just cooled. It's not doing that anymore, so it's keeping the air in here. And it's not creating that negative air pressure to where any cracks, any openings around the van, it's not going to suck that hot air in. So we'll see how this works. Got 690 watts it's pulling. That might be with this fridge on too.
Man, that's nice and cold, dude. It's freezing cold. I got to show you guys my setup. I didn't want to show it yet because it's obviously dirty in here. And I wanted to, what do you call it? Stain, like I did this. I wanted to stain all the wood. Stain the door, seal it a little better. This van's dirty, I'm sorry. I'll make it look better. I got my tools over here because if you guys don't know already, I'm an AC contractor, so I work out of my van as well. Redid the bed. It's in the wall now. Instead of popping out some, I even put some, I guess, like carpet or something to make the bed a little more comfortable. And then I still got the oh yeah, that window was closed. The wall was sealed before. The wall was completely sealed, but I wanted that window, so I cut it out and put it just worked out because the bed kind of goes in the wall, and then now I have that window, so if I'm parked like at an ocean or something or a beach, I can look out the window. Also put this cabinet I made up here. All my clothes are up there, work shirts, and they got little clips to hold. So everything is just like, everything's simple, inexpensive. Sorry about the food I was eating earlier. And you know, it just gets the job done. And look at all the space I have, dude. Like, you know, space is important to me. I have to have some space. So like, even if I'm like, I watch these guys that have their vans, like, I mean, like a big bed and stuff like that, just taking up a lot of space. I don't know. I don't like that. It just feels better to me to have an open space. But, you know, obviously everybody's different. Some people live on the road full time, and, you know, they have their girlfriend, their dog, so they need that bed, bigger bed. So I'm fine with this. Eventually this is going to be my sink area. I got to put a sink here. Just simple. These are propane tanks. Just simple stuff. I got an air fryer there, so if I need to cook something to eat, I'll throw it, you know, I'll connect it to the Blue Eddy, which I need to buy. Even for the Blue Eddy, I need to buy the expandable battery, because I want to be able to run this AC all night, and I will need at least 2 more expandable batteries that'll give me about 8,000 watt hours. So I should be able to run this all night. And then I got a 2,000 watt, what is that? Renegade Pure Wave inverter. That actually, when I'm running the van, I'll use the Blue Eddy charger to charge my battery pack. And also I got about 400 watts of solar on the roof, which I do plan on buying 2 more 200 watt solar panels. So about 800 watts of solar that I'll have. But I'll clean the van up, guys, and then I'll do more of, like, I'll show you guys what I've done so far. See what you guys think. But yeah, if you guys wanted, like, I've been looking around for videos of easy, efficient air conditioners, and I couldn't find anything. These portable ones, these small ones, I mean, the bigger ones have the dual hose, which you wouldn't really have to do what I did. You just cut 2 hoses and run those tubes out. But these smaller ones, a lot of them don't have the dual hose, which they're inefficient. The way I have this one set up now is way more. I mean, it just feels different in here now that I'm running. It just feels colder. Like, you can tell that it's working way better. So, and then it's cycling on and off. It's not staying on constantly. Well, the fan's staying on, but the compressor is cycling. So that's the only thing I don't like. I would like for this thing to cut off, stay off for a good 3 minutes, and then cycle back on. I would even take this thing apart and rig it up to work the way I want it, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, if you guys need an idea, try this Vissani air conditioner, and just do what I did. Just do the return for the condenser from the bottom of the van, and then do the supply or the exhaust out the side of the van. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call. I gotta answer this, guys.